Because all these questions that are connected to women's rights, that are connected to non-discrimination, is today still seen as not a part of what we call real politics. It's treated like questions on the side, it's minority questions, or it's addressed like women questions, and it's not in the real tough politician talks. So, and this you can see in every political party, or the traditional political party, that they have special committees for women. They don't have for men, if you should make a division of politics. So that's why we have to create a new force that has feminism as a platform, because we have to bring in all this knowledge inside the idea about what politics really should be about. We make an analysis of the power situation, the patterns of power in the society. And we can see that women are treated badly in all aspects. You can see it when it comes to representation. You have a lot of men in positions of decision, but not women. You can see it when it comes to economic justice. Women are the poorest of the poorer in every country. You can see it in the salary gaps, for example, on the labor market. You can see it when it comes to responsibility for taking part in the parenthood. It's always women that are doing the most. And you can see it in the huge problem with the violence in the society. You see it in men's violence against women, which is a huge problem in all our societies. What we offer is that we show what the reality is. We go behind the writings about equality, that everyone says, yes, we should have equality, but we don't have that. So we present facts and figures that shows that our societies are unequal when it comes to gender, ethnicity, sexuality, gender identity, disabled persons, and all this. We have sexism, we have racism, we have homophobia, we all this in our societies, and we have to show it, because that is the first step to understand this is the reality. And then we should talk what to do. This is not individual problems, this is structural problems in the society. And to deal with structural problems and structural conflicts, you have to use the democracy tools, which is politics. And that is what we offer. Stop telling this is minority problems or non-existing problems or women's problems. This is society problems. And it's about democracy and human rights. Well, you know, we are working as volunteers, all of us. We don't have the state money for doing this. We have to enter the national parliament before we get the state money. So we were all volunteers and we were activists, all of us. And we used the social media to build up this huge organization that we came to be from. Not even 2,000 members, we were 22,000 members carrying out the message. And the message was, it's possible to change. We can have another society. We have to bring in the knowledge. We have to bring in this analysis into politics. And it's possible. When we do this together, it's possible. It was a vision that was very strong, and it was attractive to very many young persons, but also persons that had been active before, during the 60s and the 70s. They came out of their apartments and said, yes, yes, I remember how it was when we were marching for this and this. And it came together, the message, we can, we are many, we want a change. And that was carried out in a lot of social media, and we were extremely good on that. And we were extremely good on, with the simple methods, showing what we wanted. We have this campaign of feminist has to take place in the parliaments, and we had chairs, you know, painted in our party color, which is pink. And we had a lot of people during one night putting chairs everywhere in the towns, but also outside in the countryside. People said, "Oh, there's a lot of chairs there. Yes, we can try one." And you know, we were having fun. It's absolutely about timing, and because it's not new problems, but a lot of things happened during 2013 and also in the beginning of the 2014 that really showed the problem. It was a decision that the police, for example, should address people that they thought didn't have their papers, that were people that was illegal in Sweden, and they were doing that in a very clumsy way. They went into the underground and they picked out people that had brown skin and asked, "Do you have papers?" And you know, people was extremely upset, and there were demonstrations. We had some Nazi people also going into a peaceful demonstration in one of the suburbs in Stockholm, and a lot of people was extremely angry of this. We had some case for judging when it came to rape, and it clearly showed that the people working in the system didn't know what things is about. It was extremely patriarch thinking about this, and there were big meetings and big demonstrations. We had a film on the television in the public channels that was supposed to be a documentary about feminism. What is feminism going? Is it too much? And it was, people were extremely angry. So, and all this together had formed a wish to organize. We have to do something about this sexism and racism. We have to do something. And we were there. We had the organization because we had been working for 10 years. So we had the organization, we had a well-known leader, and all this put together went into this big feminist and anti-racist movement. So it's really about timing. And what I have heard some sociologues talked about this phenomenon, and they said there is 3 things you have to have. It's organization, it's leadership, and it's timing. And we had it all. In some of the cities, we have been a part of changing from conservative majority to what we call left, red, pink majority. And that, of course, make difference in the politics. But what we most of all have done is that we have brought in the questions about human rights, because a lot of work that has to be done around human rights has to be done on the local level. It's about how we treat EU members that comes from poor countries and begs, the Roms. It's about now the situation with a lot of refugees coming that we have to help in different ways because the society is kind of, oh, what's happening here? So we are still activists in a very clear way. But it's also to introduce into politics the discussion of LGBT questions on a political level. And it's about looking at the budget for the municipal with this gender glasses on your nose and see who is getting what and why, and what groups are not getting anything. So I think that we could say that altogether we have introduced new knowledge into politics, and we have brought in the questions of democracy, human rights, non-discrimination in a way that has not been done before. Some people are happy, although they belong to other political parties. Some people are not, because they belong to other political parties. But no one denies the fact that the knowledge about these questions has risen. And I think that is the absolutely best result that we have. The plan is that we should have more feminist initiatives in time for the next European election, which is in 2019. We have 1 seat, and we can see that we should need 100. We have the ambition to enthusiasm other countries to do what we did in Sweden. So I'm going around meeting feminists that are interested in listening to what we did in Sweden, why we did it, how we did it, and why we want to continue. And my ambition is to make a visit to every European membership country during 2016. My ambition is that we should have a big meeting in Brussels in the beginning of 2017 to see who we are, what we need, in what way could we that already are there support you to build up your organization. And to start a discussion about could we form a common platform where we agree on 5 issues that we can see in all our countries are under attack. For example, the right to abortion. Could we agree on that? Could we agree on working together in the coming elections? And then I would like to have a big meeting again in June 2018, when it's 1 year before the European election. And we should get together in Stockholm, because that will also be the starting point for our national next election campaign. But we should come together and we should set this platform and say, here is the Unite Feminist movement. We will address these questions in the European Parliament election the coming year, and we are many, and we are strong, and we can do this together. That is the plan, and the result should be that we would enter from at least 10, 15 countries, and we will be at least 22 members in the Parliament, and then we form our own parliamentary group in the European Parliament. And that is necessary because we have very strong national movements now coming in every European country, including Sweden and the Scandinavian countries. We have to build up a political force to make them going backwards. And the strongest political force against nationalism is feminism. That's why we have to do this.